I'm gonna get these questions on out to you. I ain't trying to hold you for a long time. It's a good time. Are you well, first and foremost? You well?
Yes.
I'm
How are
well.
you?
I'm well. So look,
Good.
I'm gonna ask you these two questions. You already know how I rock. We don't use names. We don't use daytime. That same thing. You already been on the show. You starred on my YouTube before, looking awesome. If y'all ain't checked that out, Miss Knokeya Johnson on there giving her mind frame to you. Uh, so I'm gonna start with this one. I feel like it's an easy one, but what's the worst form of rejection that you've ever received? Your perception, not what somebody told you or what it felt like. Tell me how you felt. The worst form of rejection you feel like you ever felt. Ooh, I'm gonna do you better too. In a relationship.
In a relationship? Rejection in
Yes,
a
ma'am.
relationship?
Why you roll your neck? You such a thug. In a relationship? You talking about them? Why she thinking, what's up, Mr. Herman Brown? Stick around, homie.
Yeah,
I
man,
got a question for
goodness.
you.
In a
In a
relationship?
relationship,
Rejection?
have you received any?
Can you be rejected
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
relationship?
We got women out here. On my last live, I just talked
Oh.
about women withholding sex in a relationship. You can't hear me? Do I need to turn myself on? Oh,
Yeah, I can hear
you
you.
got closer
Yeah,
to
I
the
can hear you.
phone like I was whispering. Yeah, on my last live, we was talking about women that withhold sex in a relationship for 2 and 3 months. Some dude told me he had to go cheat because he was working on the second month of her saying, I ain't giving you none, with no communication.
Yeah, man, you got to give me another question,
Okay,
dog,
don't
because I
worry
ain't
about it.
never.
What? Okay, I'll make it easy for you. How do you choose a partner? What do you look for in a partner? What's the first main things you look for in a partner?
Well, the first thing is you're gonna be attracted by what you see.
Which is what?
Um, and then your brain goes
I'm
down your
asking
list
you.
of
Oh, there
little
go Miss
checks.
Nevers. She's here now. Okay, she's next. You're next up. Just hit the request button, Miss Nevers. But okay, so when you say those things that you see, I'm asking you, what are you looking at? What says I
Okay,
need this for a person to attract me? That's what I'm asking you.
I'm looking at physical attributes. I'm looking at
Dirty shoes,
height.
height.
I'm
How
looking
tall they
at
gotta be? Cause I feel, go ahead, hurt my feelings out here. Good, I feel attacked already. What's your height requirement? First of all, how tall are you, ma'am? How tall are you? You
I'm
five
five
nine and
nine
a
and a
half.
half.
What's the minimum height?
Five
You
nine.
ain't what? It don't make no sense. Why? Because when you put on heels, you want him to still be taller than you. Okay, that's your
Yeah,
preference. That's your
I
no,
know it
no.
ain't right.
It's absolutely okay because that's your
All
preference.
right, so then I look at
Weight.
weight.
What when you say
Um,
weight, you want them skinny? You
not
want them a little big boned,
huh? I like them
chunky?
kind of
Okay,
chunky.
okay, cool. All right,
Yeah, but not like
right. I
sloppy
got you.
fat. Um, um. Then I look at the way he carry himself. Um, I look at if we out in a public setting. I look at what type of friends he have. Um,
So
I look at
no, no,
yeah. I
no.
look at
That was dope to me
huh.
when you said it. I was like, damn. Most people don't mention who they roll with.
Um, but yeah, that's about physical. But then when I get into the conversation, can we hold the intellectual conversation? Can we, for the most part, do we tend to like the same things? Or if I don't do the things that he enjoy, am I willing to pursue those things, long term in a relationship? Um, then finances, uh,
When you say finances,
credit score.
what would be out of your range for? I just can't do that.
So if you don't have a job, not looking for a job,
So that's not
if
finances.
I got to pay,
That's ambition.
if I got to pay the bills, hold on. If I got to pay the bills, if we can't do things together that I could do on my own, with like literally, like if I say, hey, let's go on a trip or whatever, he'd be like, dog, gotta wait on taxes, and
Have
it's
you ever met somebody
September or
like that?
something. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
I ain't never met no dude like. Well, I guess I don't hang around dudes like that. I don't hang around dudes like that, so I guess I ain't never been through that.
see, okay, so that's basically
Okay.
it.
So another easy question. I think it's easy. How many times have you gone back to an ex, and why? If you have. And yes, that does count. What you thinking about?
Oh shit,
And by
man.
going back, I don't mean.
I'm going back to an
I
ex
don't even
simply.
mean getting back together. I'm talking about fooling around.
I've gone back to an ex because I didn't know how to be alone. I got so comfortable in being in a relationship that breaking up just totally, just did a 180 for me. And I'm like, oh, okay, like, what do I do now or whatever. So it was easier for me to go back in a toxic relationship than to be home, like just sit and be still
Oh,
for a minute.
familiarity? Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I appreciate your honesty this evening, man. Hey, love.
Hey, what up, Jermaine?
My Jamaican queen.
What's good? What's good? What's good?
What's
How's
happening?
everybody
So,
doing? I'm good. I'm good.
everybody lit,
What's good
man.
with
It's
you?
lit. Yo, just trying to do my thing. So, I'm so glad
I
to
feel
have
you.
you beautiful ladies joining me for y'all perspective this evening. So, I'm going to ask you two simple questions. You just give me your
Mm,
background or what you think about them. I will not
okay.
interrupt, ma'am. You already moaning. I
Okay.
want to be over there. Who over there?
I feel you, Jermaine.
So look,
Now let's go. Let's hear it.
I'm gonna get you right to it. So, have you ever tried to
Okay.
help someone? I'm gonna break it down because it feels like a two-part question. But
Okay.
have you ever tried to help someone by giving them more of something they already didn't appreciate? You smiling? It didn't happen.
I'm so, right. Basically, no, I'm thinking because there's several situations that can arise from that question. In the terms of, I can go in the sense of family and friends, and I can
You
go in
go whichever way you
the
want. You can
direction of relationship. Okay,
go
so
both.
let's
Go
start
both
with
if you want to. Let me hear you out.
okay. So let's talk about friends and families. Sometimes we help others because it's the right thing to do. Sometimes I feel like people need a little grace when it comes to um, having someone believe in them, because sometimes the way we grew up, sometimes it's very dysfunctional. We have a skewed perception of life, of ourselves. So sometimes you see the best in people that people don't actually see in themselves. So sometimes they can have them kind of characteristics that kind of other people will write off, and you won't write them off because you know that, okay, this person might need a little nudge, might need a little tweaking, so on. So you kind of stick with them for a while, even though they might not be reciprocating that reciprocity to you.
Yeah,
You continue, and sometimes it just gives you purpose too, though, Jermaine. Like, real talk.
it's done
Like,
it for me.
sometimes the satisfaction for you is, I'm a good person, or it gives you some fulfilling in an area that you have holes in a sense.
Mm.
So sometimes it's not about the other person. Sometimes it's what it gives for yourself. You
Mm.
understand what I'm saying?
So
Okay.
selfless
That's
giving.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, on your part or on the other person's part?
Well, no, because the question says you're giving them something they already didn't appreciate, right? And you're saying you doing it for yourself. Well, really, you're not doing it for yourself. If you continuing to give to somebody that don't even appreciate the shit. I ain't never done that and noticed they didn't appreciate it. I've been in a
They
relationship
say,
where I gave a lot.
okay.
I've been in a
Mm-hmm.
relationship where I gave a lot, right? And the moment I became her doormat, or she expected it and never, no
Mm-hmm.
reciprocity, basically. The moment
Okay.
I felt
Okay.
that, it was harder for me to give at that point.
Okay.
So some people keep on giving, right? I've
Correct.
done it once and I'll never revisit that. I was drained. I was exhausted. You know what I'm
True.
saying?
I agree.
So you were absolutely on point. I believe I feel the same way you felt. It's just I think I've reached a place in my life where I can't give to an empty space no more. So if that person is not present, and by present I don't mean in the physical, I'm saying here,
Mm-hmm.
if they're not here with me and we're not aligned, I can't give like that.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. First, let's retract.
Mm-hmm.
You're absolutely correct because I know, like me personally, I'm a natural giver, right? So when you are a natural giver, sometimes the people you attract are on the opposite end of that, right?
Mm.
That's one. Two, I was a people pleaser. So even though I may not have been getting any reciprocity from them, I felt like it was doing me a justice.
Mm.
It was doing something for me, even though they wasn't reciprocating, or maybe reciprocating even a slice of what I
Mm.
was doing. Sometimes that that feeling was about something that was a void in me.
Mm. I'm with you now. I'm all the way with you now.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that can
Does your
be
I
that
don't know
can
if your hair keep shielding the mic or whatever. It keep going in and out. All that beautiful stuff you got going on, man. Get it off your earplug. Okay, I can hear
all right,
you.
hold on. You can hear
What's
me?
one
All right, so
second?
maybe it's the
Blessings to
hair.
the Just Channel, Mr. Dougie Deuce, Mr. Timms. Blessing to all my kings that just showed up. I appreciate y'all and everybody
Yeah,
else that stepped in here. Go ahead,
pull
baby
up.
girl. You were saying
Okay.
it was
And when
basically
it
bigger than you.
basically,
It was bigger than you.
basically,
See, I
you
never
know,
been in that
sometimes you,
space.
yeah, I've been many
Well,
times.
I have this show. This is bigger
Okay,
than me.
okay.
It's helping so
True,
many people, and in
absolutely.
return, it helps me. But there's the reciprocity.
Yes. When you what you're talking about is the lack thereof, and so
Yeah.
most times we are in one-sided relationships, man. But I
You
understand where
think
you came
so?
from. Where the most times,
Damn, that's a
most times
sad truth.
it is it because we are, in my personal opinion, selfish people.
Yeah, that's
And
our primal
if it
nature.
yes, if it doesn't benefit, is there's no benefit to me, what am I doing? What am I doing here
People
for? What am I
often
here for?
people often dodge the fact that relationships of any level are give and take. They come
Yes,
to the relationship to just take.
and
It's
not give.
never it's
Correct.
never about what can I also give to you so that we both walk away. Even compromise
Yes,
is give and
I
take.
totally.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
And that goes to why we don't have successful relationships in the way that we should,
mm, yeah,
because everybody is looking for what can you do for me, not coming in and say how can I bless you.
mm-hmm,
It's a needy characteristic.
mm-hmm,
So
yeah,
when you come in, you can, okay, so even let's add to that. So if you coming in with a needy personality, then you will take up anything for somebody to give you something, right? Even if it's dysfunctional, it's destructive, you will just take with whatever. Just give me what I need. Give me what I need.
mm.
And that goes in, people stay in relationships all the time like that. I've been in relationships like that
Could
where
we
you
relate that to the people that have no discipline in the sexual area? That was me at one point where I needed to bust a nut. Like, and so I was willing to pretend to be somebody for a short period of time to get that thing that I wanted out of them, right? We all know
absolutely.
people do that. So I'm wondering now if people are still selling themselves short by having a good person, but because of your need, you don't see the good person, you see your need only. So you're like,
True.
you know, damn, you just woke me up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, yeah, you see that, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I agree with you though, Jermaine. Big facts. Big fact. You know, and in the end, people can pretend only for so long.
That's what I love about
Eventually,
pretending.
it will eventually show itself.
Mhm.
You know, so why even do it? Just be who you are. Listen, at the end of the day, everybody's not for you. And you have to come to the realization of that. But because we esteem ourselves so high, we think, oh, everybody just go like me. That's not true, man.
I always said, if everybody liked me in a room, I'm doing some shit wrong. There's
Facts.
no way all of y'all like me. At some point,
Big facts.
somebody, one of y'all 10, got to disagree with something I'm doing or saying, right? And it's
Absolutely.
okay to disagree and still be cool. A disagreement
Cool.
does not mean fallout. You know what I'm saying?
True. True.
Everybody is not for me because I believe I'm an acquired taste. I lead with love. We don't live in a world where it's cool to do
I
that.
love that.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
It's not cool to lead with love.
Yes.
Dougie from he said there's no such thing as relationships. It's toxic shit. Yeah, I know you on bullshit because you lying. He in a loving relationship right now.
And talking his shit.
He on here flexing. So I'm gonna move to the next question. I got the next question
Okay.
for you. So
Okay.
do you think that the idea of marriage is bigger than the actual love for the person in relationships these days?
That's a good one. That's a good one because we live in such a technical, just a controlled content environment that we can formulate these opinions of fantasies that are not a whole picture, so to speak. Like you can have an idea of marriage, and that is based on how you was raised. Because some of us wasn't raised in households where there were a marriage
What's your
or
idea of
two
marriage?
people. My idea of marriage
In
is
a perfect world right now, if you were getting married, what would that look like?
nice. Okay. First of all, we would be a union with God. That's number one. That's
Hold on,
for rent.
let me get my pen
Okay.
so I can write down these goals. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, you a fool. Now, one though, we gotta have a relationship with the Lord. That's my personal thing. But you said this is according to me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we gotta have great communication, great laughter, because I'm goofy as hell.
He gotta have a
Like I
sense of
like
humor.
to. He gotta have a sense of humor. That gets you in the door with me. You got a good sense of humor. I write that check off. Yo, Jermaine, don't start your bullshit.
I'm listening. I'm listening like everybody in the comments.
Yeah,
I'm
I
listening.
see them eyes bucking too.
Can I listen? I'm just listening.
Okay. And we're gonna have some great sex. That's definitely. I hate you. We're gonna have great sex. We're gonna travel the world and just be on an intimate level that I can be myself with you and not be afraid to think, are you gonna use that against me? Or are you gonna change up because I told you something that might not be so wonderful? Because I think all of us are self-conscious to some degree. We all have things that we keep secret, that we don't want nobody to know, that we haven't performed our highest self in at one time or another, that we want somebody to be accepting of that and not be like, oh, bitch, you like that? Like, yeah, I could
Word.
be a little like that. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But that doesn't take away from the other good qualities that I have. Acceptance, man. At the end of the day, everybody want to be accepted. Everybody want to be valued. Everybody want to be loved. You know what I'm saying? And to have that person who can see that and still see the best in you and bring out the best in you, I think that's a perfect marriage for me. And
Damn,
be
that's
fine.
beautiful.
You gotta be fine. You gotta be fine too. You know what
Oh
I'm saying?
shit, I'm
I
out the
don't do
running.
ugly. Yeah, I'm done.
I'm out the run. I thought I was in
Yo,
there whole time.
you
Felt
gotta,
like you
you
was
know what I'm
describing
saying?
me. I'm like, you gotta be what?
You
Fine.
gotta be fine. Yeah, and you gotta
I'm
be tall
sorry.
for me.
Tall as fuck.
Yeah.
What's tall?
I'm 5'9". I'm tall, so I want 6 feet, 5'11", 12. You know what I'm saying?
That's what you want, but what you need?
I need a.
Do you need a man
5'2",
or
so 5'3".
this is where people think I got a height insecurity at, right?
A Chihuahua complex. Go ahead.
Yeah. Little do they know I ain't never had a trouble in that area getting a taller woman, ever.
Right.
I think women are a little too harsh on us in that area.
Why is
Baby,
that?
I can't be as tall as them 8-inch heels you put on tonight because it go with that dress. I can't
I don't even gotta put on heels.
My thing
I'm already
is,
taller than you.
not when I come out that bed off the top rope. Hey, listen, don't start me, man. Let me stay on topic. Because you know I'm going to talk shit.
I know.
All right, so look, I think women give us a hard time in that area. And we real deal take y'all how y'all are. We go in just saying, she a cutie and she fine. You know what I'm saying? It's never.
Even if she's taller than you?
Even if she's taller, we want you. If we want you, we want you.
Okay.
We want you, we want you. I don't know about nobody else, but I got self-confidence. A tall woman ain't never scared me off. It's what we doing. What are we doing? Get in. And I ain't care about who saw us together. You feel me?
Nah, I'm just playing.
Because I'm going to make you finish the night happily.
Yeah.
I love me. So I'm going to teach you how to love me. And then you show me in return. But I think y'all give us a hard time with them qualities y'all want up front. Because I hear a lot of women 5'9" and up. I'm going to say 5'7". I heard a 5'7" girl tell a dude,
that's average.
if he ain't 6'7", I don't want him. Do you know who you just talked about? NBA players, NFL players. What the fuck are you talking about? You live down the street from me. We ain't seen an NBA player ever unless we went to the game. Okay. So what are you talking about, 6'7"? Are you in the club really telling dudes, how tall are you? 6'5", I can't do it.
You stupid.
So I'm like, is that realistic? When you say
realistic. For me,
for you, 5'9", yeah, it's dudes out here that can that's 6 feet all the time.
Right. So I want somebody that's hovering over me. It's like a protective kind of.
So you want a dude that you.
I ain't got time for that.
But you can manhandle. You lift weights, bro.
Okay, that's
can manhandle any dude. Why do you want to manhandle him in the first place?
I know, right?
See what I'm saying? Y'all give unfair, unrealistic.
It's not unrealistic. If I was short, I probably would want somebody a little taller than me. But
no,
I'm a tall,
I hear all the short 4'11".
Little short nigga.
I'm talking to 4'11" women that be like, I want him to be 6'5", 6. I'm like, yo. At what point do we say, fuck the height? Is this my person? Is this my person? At what point do we say, is this my person? Because when we're dealing with women, I'm saying, oh, listen, I'm everything on the board for every woman. Okay. I'm telling you how they look back at the situation. Okay. We don't get the same look that men give women. Men give women a wide range of, I don't care, love. I want you. Teach me about you. Y'all give us the, it stops there. I don't even want to hear what he got to say because he got this, and that wrong with the first 5 seconds. You know what I'm saying?
Cut it out, Courtney. Talking about you asking an unrealistic question, bro.
How am I? I'm not asking an unrealistic question. What I'm asking is a woman to tell me why she thinks women deal like that. Like, yo, my preference is this, but are you willing to go a little outside of what that preference is? Because we do it all the time. We pick women way different.
It depends on what the preferences are.
What's unmovable
I think that
for you? What's unmovable? That height thing?
Yeah, that's probably unmovable. Real rap.
Unmovable.
Yeah. I don't want to short it.
That's cool. And then what's unmovable about the way he dresses? Is that interchangeable?
No, that's not unmovable because those things are superficial. Things like
why?
that.
Because you're gonna try to start dressing them after y'all get together.
I'm gonna stop. Listen. I'm just saying.
What if he doesn't want to change or conform to what you call style? Now you're taking a good man. Oh, I see
She
your
doesn't
style.
have to have
You
my
deep.
style.
You deep.
If I see your style, I can kind of pick out what I think you may like based on your style. I'm not trying to change your style to my style because you are who you are. You got to be confident in what you are, but I'm just adding to what you already have. It's
Right,
basically
right.
what I'm doing.
Okay.
So I'm
I
not
like the
trying to change
upgrade.
your
I
style
like
at
the
all.
upgrade.
I'm just basically
Dope.
hello.
Some things he
So
might have been afraid to do. You like, no, you can pull that off. This is how you do it.
absolutely.
You know,
Just
that's dope.
pull those little things out of people. You know what I mean? That they may not even be fully aware of.
And real deal, no BS. Everybody brings something different out of you anyway, right? It's
True.
just all
Absolutely.
about what you're willing to receive the whole time.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And that's why I'm gonna call you after this live. It's a few things you need to receive about this height.
We on the phone, we going back and forth, she tryna back out. I just reverse the psychology on her, I know she won't back down. She smoking reefer, she hit the weed and blow the shit back out. She said she coming to get it like that cause I'm blowing her back.